What is going on, guys? Panther here, and we are very excited to be bringing you our BBL Week 5 matchup against Shea and the Montreal MILOTICS. So yeah, guys, if you did not catch our draft breakdown / team takeover video, we are taking over a team in the BBL. It's the Bandless Battlers League or something like that. It's ran by Aaron2420 and Matt, I believe. And yeah, it's an Ubers League if you can't tell from the layout. So we have a pretty threatening team. We are actually using the old team that was Omega Jolteons for this matchup since this game was a little bit late. But that's no worries. We actually only ended up keeping 3 out of these 6 Mons on our roster: Roserade, Mewtwo, and Crocodile for this matchup. And then next week, for our Week 6 match against Gypsy, we'll have the team that we transacted for. So yeah, Matt's got a really scary team. I forget what all he had on his bench right off the top of my head because I prepped for this game really quickly. Took it over on Sunday, actually played on Monday. So yeah, we prepped, got it ginned, and got going to get this battle called back up. But yeah, he's brought a very threatening team. He has the Protean Greninja. That's not a Torrent Greninja, that's Protean Greninja. The Dialga just really went in against my squad. Mega Arrow, as you can see, really went in as well. I have a Mega Lop on the roster, so I really did think that that thing was going to come. I had a feeling he would be Scarf and Fernape here this game, and we'll see if that turns out to be right. So I had to bring what best I could because Scarf Ape just really goes in against me too. And then Slurpuff's always dangerous as well with his Belly Drum set. But here in this matchup, I had a feeling that it would probably be a Sticky Web set. Especially like on the layout right here that it's listed first too. That just kind of like, I don't know. When we got into the battle and that was in the first draft, that first position, meaning he built that first probably on Showdown. I just had this feeling that it was going to be webs. So I'll go over my team just for a second. I've got a Scarf Thunderous Eye, and that's really just to outrun that Scarf Ape. Give me an emergency answer to that, and that Aerodactyl, because I'm really Arrow weak. Arrow can just wreck my team. So I have that. I have Sash Roserade here. He had a Tangrowth on his team. That's one of the other reasons why I didn't bring Low Bunny. Scarf Ape, Tangrowth, and then the Mega Era. I had a feeling that the Tangrowth would come and be like a Rocky Helmet set, but he actually did the same thing with Volbeat. I believe it was Rocky Helmet. It may have been leftovers. Can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, yeah, I have a Sash Roserade. I wanted to get a T-Spike up. That was my dedicated lead this game. But as you can see, we're not going to end up doing that once we get into the actual battle. I have a mostly Spadef Klefki. I forget the calcs on it. It's mainly just to switch into the Dialga and try to get the Thunder Wave off on it. I wanted to cripple that thing. I want to cripple the Protean Greninja as well. Obviously, you can't Prankster Dark types, but let's say it goes for another type move. I can T-Wave it and make sure I outspeed it. Crocodile is my main answer to Mega Arrow. I've got Taunt, Edge, Knock, and Quake. I went back and forth. I decided to go without rocks this game because I really felt like the Edge Quake was going to be important, especially for Mons like the Infernape, the Dialga, and then the Aerodactyl. Yeah, so I've got Intimidate on it, so it actually switches in well to the Mega Arrow as long as it's not running Aqua Tail, so we'll have to kind of watch that. I have a Mewtwo, a Life Orb Mewtwo with 3 attacks, and the 3 attacks actually, you know, he has a lot of trouble switching to Mewtwo. I mean, it's a Mewtwo. So it's just gonna, it should get a kill every time it comes in. So I've got to play that really well. I really think that's gonna be a great win con just to come in late game if I've discovered who his Scarfers are and then just kind of sweep his team. Then I've got a pretty bulky Volcanion here. I've got a Modest with about 100 investment. I've got enough HP to live Jolly Stone Edge from the Mega Aerodactyl and not get 2-hit KO'd by Scarf Close Combat from Infernape because it can kind of just CC through my team if it wears down the right Mons. And I also have the Choppleberry on my Crocodile as well to help deal with that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump into things here. Like I said, I saw the Slurpuff and really thought it was going to be that lead Slurpuff. So I wanted to lead with Thunderous, just get a Volt Switch out. You know, that covered if he wanted to go for lead Infernape or a lead like a Dialga or lead Mega Arrow to get like his rocks or something like that. It covered all of that, so I really thought like it was going to be my best lead going into this. And yeah, we're going to just check it out and see how it goes. So we're going to lead with the Thundee, the Scarf Thundee. It's kind of a strange set. You don't normally see Scarf on Thundee, but really needed something to help me revenge that Mega Aerodactyl, because that's one of the mons I was mainly afraid of. So he's going to lead off with the Chopsticks, which is the Slurpuff here. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fire off that Volt Switch right away. And we're going to get a lot of damage off on it. We get the crit there. He was probably sashed, but you know, it's in range of a lot of my other attacks anyways, so I don't know how much that actually mattered there. So he has Sticky Web. He gets the webs up. I go right out into Klefki because I definitely just want to defog these away. As he's going to go out into his Dialga here. So this thing is very scary. I don't have anything on my team that can switch into it. I didn't have anything in prep. I almost brought the Stunfisk, but Stunfisk doesn't like to switch into this thing either, just being honest. So we're just going to go ahead and T-Wave this thing. I want to cripple it. I don't think we ever find out what item this thing is. We know it's not Scarf because he's going to change attacks here as I go out into Crocodile. Well, he's going to Earth Power me first for some big damage. And yeah, we're going to go right on out into Crook here. I'm hoping that he Earth Powers again, but he makes the good play predicting even like the Magnet Rise. And he's just going to go straight for a Flash Cannon here, which hits everything on my team. Almost went into Volcanion, but I didn't want to risk it, and I couldn't have done much with the Earth Power back anyways. I would have just really had to have prayed for like the full pair. So I want to go Crook. I want to threaten him out at least. There's no way I'm not going to go for Quake here because this thing's such a threat. Even if it's Shookaberry, I want to break its Shookaberry because my my Roserade has Technician HP Ground, which is going to do a lot of damage to it. It will probably be a switch in, so I want to go ahead and break its Shooka if that's the case. So in comes the Volbeat. I actually watched one of Matt's games where he used Volbeat. He was playing like the Mega Scizor team, I believe. And yeah, I saw him bring Thunder Wave. I saw it have like U-turn and stuff too. So I thought potentially he was probably going to U-turn out here. Is what it's going to pick up the kill on the Crocodile, or it's just going to give him momentum into something else. Also, I was kind of thinking it may be like Baton Pass, like a Tail Glow Baton Pass set. But either way, I really thought like Volcania was my best play and gave me the most here. Because even if it brought in that Mega Arrow, I can still just go for the Steam Eruption. So he's going to U-turn out, and that little bit of chip is important because it does not guarantee my survival even after the leftovers recovery. Like I said, I'm just barely EV'd enough to live 100% of the time from the edge. So I'm going to play it safe here. I know I can probably get my my leftover recovery a little bit later in the match. I want to go out into Crook and get the Intimidate off on this thing here. So if he wants to sack me off, or sack off, if he wants to go ahead and kill my Crook, I'm going to sack it off and then be able to go out into my Thundurus after the Intimidate and just get a Volt Switch out, most likely into Mewtwo. But he's going to sub here, and he's going to go for the Aerial Ace on the following turn. We live on 3. We 100% lived that from Jolly, and which we did find out later that he was Jolly. Adamant would have been like a 50-50 roll. Knock always was going to break this thing sub. And yeah, so we break it sub. We do have a bit of attack investment. I think we're like 142 attack or something like that. He's just going to be able to knock us out with Aerial Ace in the following turn. But we've got some nice chip here. We've got 25% on the Mega Arrow. So now we can go out freely into our Thundurus and just get that Volt Switch off. There's no reason for us not to Volt Switch out here. It's going to do some damage and get us some nice momentum here. So it goes out into Volbeat as we go out into our Volcanion. So like I said, we're modest Volcanion. I think we have 132 investment in special attack with 204 investment in HP. So we're going to just fire off that Steam Eruption here. The Steam Eruption should pick up the kill on this. He goes for the T-Wave here just to paralyze this thing because Volcanion's actually pretty threatening for his team to also switch into. We go for the Steam Eruption, pick up the miss there. you know, that's pretty big, because he's going to be able to attack us next turn and put us in range of that edge. So we're just going to go ahead and fire off that Steam Eruption here, pick up the kill on the Volbeat, and now I'm out of range anyways from Mega Arrow. I still want my Clef Key around just in case I need to defog or to pick up a good para on something. So I'm just going to stay in here, basically just try to sack off this Volcanion. And yeah, we actually dodged the Stone Edge, so we're going to be able to pick up the kill on the Arrow here. So, you know, the misses were unfortunate here on both sides. Because, you know, like I said, it allowed him to get that chip damage off on Volcanion, and we would have lived the Stone Edge on the following turn. Basically, I come out better than the exchange, though, because now I've got an almost full health Volcanion, whereas he would have had me down to, you know, 85%, 90% damaged roughly. So I come out a whole lot better here in that situation. So he's going to, I figured he'd probably fire off the Dark Pulse here. Didn't actually expect the HP Electric, so he's going to fire off the HP Electric. And like I said, he is Protean. I cannot Thunder Wave him at this point. If he would have done anything else, I probably would have, if he wouldn't have done like Dark Pulse or anything. So I'm just going to throw up a Spike here because it's going to be really nice for the rest of his team since it's all grounded. So down goes Clef Key, but it has done its job. Nothing else on my team lets it set up. Lets Slurpuff set up webs. So we're going to go out into Rose, and we're just going to fire off an HP Ground. It's going to hit. We're going to fire off the HP Ground because it's going to hit the Greninja. He's kind of playing it Scarf here at this point. Or it's going to hit this thing, which is what I was really predicting to come out. And in comes the Dialga as we fire off that HP Ground. And it is going to do some massive damage to this thing. So, yeah, as you can see, that's an easy 2-hit KO. Nothing else can switch in on this Technician HP Ground. And we still get to keep Roserade's Sash intact, too. So, Roserade picking up a kill on Big Dialga here. And Roserade's looking nice the rest of this match, too. So out comes Infernape. I really don't think he's going to go for Edge or Quake here. It's that round of Spikes damage is really crucial. So that's doing that 1/8% to him. We're going to go right on out into Volcanion on this Flare Blitz, and we're going to eat this up like it's nothing. 153, that did 14 damage. 14? Maybe it did 24 damage. Bad at math. 14 damage. I work for a bank, but I'm awful at math. Whatever, it did basically nothing. So yeah, we're just going to be able to fire off a big Steam Eruption here. It's gonna take anything. Even if it goes Grin, it's going to take the Steam Eruption into that. But also actually go for Earth Power instead. So yeah, don't really. I was trying to record this last night after we played, but yeah, we went for the Earth Power. It picked up a kill there anyways. And so down goes the Slurpuff. He has the Infernape and the Greninja left here at this point. So we're looking pretty good with this thing plus Sash Roserade in the back. So he's going to go for the D-Pulse here. And yeah, we're paralyzed, so we get the full para there. He's going to go for D-Pulse again here on the following turn. And yep, here's the Dark Pulse. And we get flinched that turn. So Volcanion's gone and it's dead at this point. So my play now is to go out into my Thundurus. It's a 30% chance for this thing, if it's Scarf, to 2-hit KO me. So it's in my favor. Even if it's not, what I can do is I can go out into my Roserade on my following turn after getting some damage off on this thing. Take it out with the Sludge Bomb. And then Mewtwo can take any hit from the Infernape on the last series of turns. But it's in my favor, like I said, to live this double Dark Pulse here if he is Choice Scarf. So we're just going to fire off the T-Bolt. We're just praying we don't get flinched here at this point. So yeah, now if this kills us or it flinches us, no big deal. We just go into Roserade. As long as we don't get flinched there, we should be okay. And there's the T-Bolt again, so we're going to pick off the Greninja, and then Thundurus is actually going to be able to clean this game up, because now the Infernape has taken a round of spikes twice, so it's at 75%, And this is a roll to kill, but again, like I said, we're stashed Roserade in the back. So even if it didn't, even if he killed us with close combat, or even if it was like a Flare Blitz, he may have killed himself to recoil, or at the end of the day, I still had my my Roserade to go into. So very good game here to Matt. Very, very scary team that he had with the Dialga, with the Arrow, Greninja, Infernape. Very, very scary. Really looking forward to getting to use our new team, though. It's actually funny because the 2 mons I've dropped actually went in the hardest, Volcanion and Thundurus. So they're trying to make me have buyer's remorse there. Excuse the balloon floating behind me. It's like 2 months old. It's just been here in our office. Little Drifloon back there floating away. But yeah, good game again to you, Matt. Again, appreciate the invite to the BBL. Really excited about the rest of this season. Hate we didn't get to actually use Mewtwo here in this game, but hopefully we will against Gypsy in week 6. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to sub and leave a like down below if you have not already on our road to 400 subs. And yeah, let me know in the comments section what you'd like seeing from the team, and if you're hyped for next week's BBL video. But again, guys, thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you next week.